This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun. Freeman got a man, that's Richie James. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Well, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Freeman. Quick hitter here is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll go with the option, coming right. And it's a fumble. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll try and throw for it here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers will take over here just shy of 30. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ready?
On first down, Friedman. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this up to midfield. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. To throw on second down. Friedman over the middle, complete. That's James. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. From the gun on third down, Friedman. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ken Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point try brought by Goodell. And it's now a 7-0 game. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Packers now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Friedman. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First connection of the afternoon for these two. Let's go for a first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And taken down just shy of the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Back to throw. Friedman. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield to only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Friedman. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Fights through, and now a crease.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Friedman.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they will score a pick six. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And quickly, they get to the line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Back to throw again. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Got his man, and it's caught for a touchdown. Great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he stopped immediately there.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
They'll try to run the option left side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
Taken down at the 30.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Again, McCaffrey.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And his pass incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Throwing to start the drive. Friedman going deep for Walker. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Throwing to start the drive. Friedman
setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Touchdown!
Christian Watson,
33 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to try and run, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. The Bears are closing out their third straight victory to start the campaign. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Off the play fake. Friedman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Completes it to Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will